Hello and welcome to the Carbitrage Podcast, episode 138. I'm Eric Berger, joined as always by my co-host Ryan Sinitsky and
That's me.
Jenna.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, welcome to Carbitrage.
Yes, next
Another
episode.
week in paradise.
Yes. Second episode of the week.
Yes.
First episode of this week for you.
Oh yeah.
If you're
Unless
listening.
you're on Twitch, in which case, hi, still.
If you're on Twitch, we just blew the entire...
Head on over to
everything.
www.patreon.com/Carbitrage.
Yeehaw!
Check out
Wow,
the
okay, I'm uncomfortable now. Bye.
direct support levels that we offer, so you can buy us things, so we can keep making Carbitrage
So
more
we can
fun
get
with the
more
year.
tea.
And beer. And
Currently, 100% of our Carbitrage budget goes to
Beer.
Corey's physical therapy.
no, it all goes to beer and then some. Because I think currently Carbitrage
Oh,
is
yeah.
we get about $10 a month net on this here podcast, and if
Corey,
you factor in that's gross, and you factor in beer, and it becomes negative.
Corey, he actually pays for that out of pocket with his panhandling money.
Well, he does at my house. Here it's different, because there's a Total Wine right there.
No, I was talking about his physical therapy.
Oh, I don't know anything about his physical therapy.
Yeah, after he was carried away by wolves.
Oh.
So wait.
I thought he pulled something when he was shoveling his path here.
I don't know what happened, but wolves were involved. He disappeared for months, and he came back.
Anyway, on that slightly morbid note, I want to talk about Porsche.
Speaking
I
of
see a
morbid,
stick.
Yup.
I see 7 gears.
That's all they make now for manual. But so the 991, when that first dropped, I think like 4 or 5 years ago, they brought the 7-speed manual in the base Carrera.
Wait, they went backwards?
What?
It wasn't 997 before 991?
Well, actually, it was. I think there was one even in between. But yes, no, you're right. Yeah, 997, 991. Yep.
Okay.
I don't know what significance there is there, but like the Boxster used to be a 986, now it's a 718. So like, okay.
Just random numbers.
Yeah, Porsche. Anyway, whatever.
There's a lot of trafficking in the car industry to randomnumbergenerator.com.
Yeah.
Fun fact: all
Yeah.
PDK cars have 24-hour time on the clocks. I'm sure.
Oh, so they're sex tourists.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm
Corey.
getting at.
Like Corey was before he.
Yeah,
the wolves.
Corey probably drives a PDK
Yeah.
Porsche. Anyway, so the 992 was just released, and unfortunately, they have dropped the 7-speed manual from the base Carrera, which kind of sucks.
Oh.
They still offer it to you in the GT3 Touring, I believe, which is pretty cool,
Yay.
and they are at least giving it to us with the Carrera S and the Carrera 4S. So you got to step up just a teeny bit, but the thing is, it's a no-cost option on these cars, and it includes the very expensive Sport Chrono package
That's
automatically.
awesome.
So this is actually a very cost-effective option if you want a fast 911, but you don't want a GT3 or a turbo.
I really like where the hazard button is placed.
That's actually really,
Those
really
switches
nice.
just
yeah.
look very...
Yes, I just
wanna
wanna-
press all of them.
I would buy that car just for that hazard button
But, I mean, this is
and
cool.
and the manual. Of course.
911s are neat. I wouldn't necessarily
Also,
buy
that
one.
photo was
but
taken at Laguna Seca.
Yes, it was.
Oh, look at the wildfires in the background.
Cool. Wow. That's pretty brutal. But
Yeah.
the Carrera S with a manual would be a pretty good buy if you're in a 992 sort of mood.
Yeah.
I can't get over this photo.
Right? Like there's
It's an actual Porsche photo. Like they actually took that. That's an actual. It's not.
That's something they could have
That's not
easily
car and
edited
driver.
out.
That's Porsche. That took a photo.
They didn't even bother retouching it. There you go. It also has a European license plate on it.
Oh no, they not only did it. Can we just like stop for a second? Actually, look at the way that because that actually goes with the curvature of the photo and draws the leading eye to the
Yeah.
Porsche.
So photo description
Let me
is
see if I can blow this picture up.
a racetrack with a yellow Porsche on it, and in the background empty bleachers, and further in the background hills with
A
billowing
beautiful blue sky.
with nice white clouds, and then in the center just a gray arc of
Just
smoke
death and despair.
clouds,
Yeah.
like obviously from wildfires.
Yep.
But like 100 miles away in the background.
It's probably
And-
PG&E.
But
Yeah.
when you when you look at the photo, it's credited to Porsche though.
Yep,
So
yeah.
this is an actual press
This is a
photo.
Porsche press photo, and it has wildfires in the background.
For a gasoline burning car, that is.
So we broke Ryan.
Oh my God, that's like the.
But these
such a bad look.
these fires were caused by failing electrical systems.
Yeah, they were caused by PG&E, who didn't
Yeah.
maintain their stuff.
This is basically.
Also,
As
Epstein
most-
didn't kill himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a Porsche equivalent of like a Donald Trump rally. Like in the background, you see a guy with a little Klan hood.
Okay, huge tangent. Have you seen that Daily Show browser plugin that turns the word Trump into Florida Man?
Really?
I put it on my work computer, and it turned the internet into the most amazing place.
I've
love that.
Donald Trump.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good, too.
I had a
but
few different
just so used to
plugins that I
Florida
turned
Man.
out,
That's so good.
but I should probably do that.
It's
Is
a
there-
system hog on Facebook, unfortunately, but
Is there
it's.
an audio
No, it's
one
not
that
just
I can
that.
Put in the news?
I don't think so.
Facebook as a whole is a system hog. It is just
Yeah.
that is the clunkiest website in the world right
Yeah,
now.
I don't leave it running normally. I mean, I
No,
do on
I-
the streaming computer on
Facebook's
down here.
trying really hard to not have people go on their website.
Yeah.
Now,
Excuse me.
things that I learned today was I was watching the Donut Media Peel P50 review, the bumper to bumper,
Okay.
and James Pumphrey tipped one over. Like he went around a corner, like he's actually like covered in blood for like the entire episode. Like he actually like tipped one over, like tipped it over when he was driving. He turned left and the thing tipped over, and they're making
How
fun of him.
heavy is he?
He's like probably a little bit bigger than me. Like he's about Brian Yanich size.
Okay. Not
Yeah, so
huge,
he's
but
a big guy.
he's a okay.
There is something that I learned though.
It's shorter than I am. That doesn't happen.
They make
am-
it again.
I am 62
These are in
inches,
production?
and this car
Yes!
is 54.
This is an actual website where you can buy a Peel P50.
How much are they?
Very expensive.
Ah,
They're about 12 grand. But
4.5 horsepower, 35 miles an hour.
however,
Actually, I'm
that being
61
said,
inches.
you can actually get them EV now. You can get a build your own kit, which is a little bit cheaper.
That's pretty
so,
cool.
you can put in whatever moped engine you want. They make the Peel Trident as well. They have custom paint schemes. Like they're actually made to order. That's why they're so
I'm
expensive.
mesmerized by this video on p50cars.com.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
P50
very large man in a brown peel.
No. It's candy apple red and candy spelled with a K.
Oh,
It said that in the specs. I'm going to watch that again. That was
Very
not long
cute.
enough. It was
No.
only 59 seconds.
But
but yeah, it's in a soccer field, or excuse me, football field
Football.
with.
I'm going to pause on the specs here. So it's 54 inches long, 41 inches wide.
Which is
it's the
for
smallest car in the world.
World's
yeah.
10
smallest car.
inches less long than I am, and 20 inches less wide than I am tall.
So
I'm going to pause right here. Okay.
it weighs 230 pounds.
There we go.
That car weighs as much as I do. It has a top speed of 35 miles an hour.
Which I'm guessing is regulated for registration reasons.
I think so. Now, that being said, they do P50 cars. P50 cars actually owns the Peel P50 name and all the rights to it.
Cool.
But what's really cool is along with that, they have the Peel Trident. So you can get the Peel Trident, you get the Peel P50. They're made to order. You choose your interior
so
color.
cool.
There's 5 different leather interior options.
Ooh.
They have a bunch of really awesome colors for the way the car looks. There's a higher performance version that actually comes with like I think like 10 horsepower, like something
Wow.
bonkers like that.
Oh, here. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a
There you go.
125cc four-stroke.
Yeah, so
55
Yeah.
miles an hour.
and a Peel P50.
Racing disc brakes.
And then the E50, that's just the way it looks.
Wow.
But 35 miles an hour with disc brakes. Now they also have a build your own kit, and they have a Peel P50 Spider, which is an open top P50.
Wow.
I need the open top.
Oh my
Look
goodness.
at that
Look at that pink
magenta.
one.
That's what I was telling you about.
Oh my goodness.
I was telling you about
Sorry,
that.
I'm maxing out the
Yeah, I
microphone
clipped them
right
like
now.
crazy, but I turned it down.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just like this beautiful shade of magenta with more purple to it.
The EV one's
and
cheaper.
it literally
Yes,
looks
it is actually cheaper to get the EV.
It just looks like a kid's car. It's amazing. I need that.
That should not be that expensive, but that is really epic. Oh, and there's the
And then-
Trident.
There's the Trident, which has a bubble on top.
Twin electric motor. Ooh.
They also make a 4-wheeler version.
Wow.
which that's huge.
Wow, self-assembly kits.
Wait, no, can we just go back up?
Wait, self-assembly.
Four-wheeler. So they make a four-wheeler
Yeah.
version of the Peel Trident that can go on the highway. That's the EV. That's perfect.
That's pretty cool.
Anyway.
I really like that. The
We can build
kits
our
they start at $6,250.
For a kit car, though, that's pretty cheap.
Wow. Is that the electric? Oh, wow, it is.
Yeah.
Wow, 100-mile range?
Yeah.
But batteries not included.
Oh.
So-
So I have to go buy a Nissan Leaf too and then break that down.
Yeah.
Or a Tesla. Put an entire Tesla battery pack on a
Put
trailer.
one Tesla wafer in there.
And just
Wow.
watch it do four-wheel burnouts, three-wheel burnouts for the rest of your life.
I'd never
Which will
be
be
able to fit
very
that in
short,
there.
'cause-
this is super cool.
But what I really want to do. So if you go back down to the build your own kits, what I want to do is I want to get the standard Peel P50 kit,
Yep.
which is the less built up one for not the super fancy one, but I want to get that so I can put in a Yamaha Jag Minarelli 50cc motor
Okay.
or engine, because that's because Yamaha Jags use a Minarelli engine. Minarelli was actually, as far as moped racing, a
Excuse
very
you.
well-known brand.
That was me, sorry.
But they make so. What's really cool about this is you can basically just use any moped engine you want. That
Maybe I should part out my Vespa. Just put it into a Peel P50. That thing
Yeah.
would be so
Yeah.
fast.
get Peel Trident, because it's a two-seater.
Tridents are ugly.
That's true. But yeah, that'd be a really hilarious U-car, and it goes into the back to the 50s.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So and then you can get like custom body paint and stuff.
So it needs a Ford Flathead then.
Sorry, it was really loud.
That's fine.
I feel like the Ford Flathead's gonna be bigger than the car.
It is, actually.
I wonder if he can just get the
substantially
body
heavier.
and then put this body on an entire chassis and then have a big V8 sticking out in front of it. So you have a P50 V8 swap and you just put it on like a Model T chassis.
I just don't understand why the complete kit without an engine is a lot more expensive than the same thing with better brakes and a motor.
I think whenever they probably sell one that's got an EV in it, it's probably cheaper for them.
It must be like a government tax credit or something that they're
Yeah.
eating, because I would just get the E50 kit and then put a. Well, actually, no, I would keep it electric because that would
Yeah.
be way cooler.
I know you would. You were about to lie to me about something.
Yeah.
But-
oh, so cute.
Yeah, but-
give me the Spitfire.
Yeah, like honey, look at these colors.
Oh, you can't actually make it do the thing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
bespoke.
you can actually, if you scroll all the way down, they have a build your own thing.
What are bespoke?
Finance
colors?
is available any color you want.
Yeah, you can make any color you want. Those are all the interior colors. They're all leather.
Man.
But what color is that on the bespoke? I
Here,
want
scroll back
that
up.
color.
Any color you want. Bespoke just means unique.
I know,
Oh
but
my!
like
This keyboard can
that
just.
color swatch, like
That-
that's
oh, that-
purple with
that's-
teal sparkle.
actually
It
and
looks like you
blue.
emptied a lava lamp into a color satch thing.
I need that.
I
my God.
what
Wait,
I-
does that mean I can get hollow flake?
Probably. You could paint it like a bass boat if you want to.
Yes.
but
Oh man.
what's really cool is they've actually updated the P50 to be a little bit more reasonable. It uses modern parts. And what's really cool about this is an original Peel P50 is like $150,000. They're bonkers.
Really?
Yeah, they're stupid expensive.
Wow.
But these ones,
Thanks, Top Gear.
yeah, but these are like, they cost nothing. They're free by comparison. So yeah, if you want,
Yeah, that's still a lot of money.
yeah, it's still a ton of money. But I mean, like for a startup and the ability to actually own a Peel P50 in real life, that's pretty decent.
And if you guys are listening and you don't know what a Peel P50 is and you haven't gone to the website yet, go watch the old Top Gear episode because I don't know you.
Yeah, everybody in the world should know what a Peel P50 is.
Yeah, you
at
haven't
this point.
lived if you don't know what a Peel. God, that convertible is just hilarious.
But what's
I
cool,
love that so much.
so they note the color scheme in the convertible. They do a different two-tone. They have the Trident two-tone on the Peel P50 as an option. And there's an optional
so
chrome strip
adorable.
I
that you
would
can
get
put on
this
them.
just to drive around back to the 50s. Like
Yeah.
the base models only gets to 28 miles per hour, but you don't need to go any faster than that.
I would have to get a 125 GT if I was
Well,
to
you
get one.
buy
that's
the
totally
basic
built.
one and you throw a Ching Chong Bing Bong tank 150 in it.
I think a Yamaha Jag
Or
with
that, or that.
with a, one of those crazy Bosozoku exhausts.
oh
on it.
God!
Oh my God!
Can you imagine a Bosozoku Peel P50?
Get like some like like 8 by like 12-inch tire, like wheels and tires on it. It'd be awesome.
Train.
There's a train coming! Yay, train!
Oh, but it's not the Retro Fabulous one.
No,
I
it's
think
not. But
Which
still,
I
train.
only run through
refuse to
October.
believe that exists because I've never seen it.
There's
Scott
parked
found the
in front-
website. It's Friends of the 509 or something like that.
Also, honey, it was parked out inside of your work the other day.
Yeah, and I
just
didn't
type in
see
like
it.
Friends of the Railroad and then Minnesota or Wisconsin. Sorry, digression.
But yeah, I mean, if you get the 125 GT, you can
Friends
go
of the
55
501.
miles an hour on it, which I think is like
Yeah.
terrifying.
But like you could make this yourself.
Yeah, I could totally do that. And until you put a Minarelli engine in it, it'd be great. This is everything I've ever wanted. This is like what I build on Forza.
That was me,
It's
sorry.
great.
I think a 200cc turbocharged fuel injection Piaggio engine would probably be a good idea.
That'd be wonderful. I think you should do that. We should all
No,
just
they've
get
got a
PLP50s.
North Pole Express.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the retro train thing that comes by our studio is epic.
But yeah, so the Peel P50, you can buy it today. That's the best news in the world. And I do have to say,
I'm very happy with that.
James Pumphrey from Donut Media, he was okay after his Peel P50 accident. Unrelated, though, he did have a heart attack
Oh,
at 34.
holy shit.
Yeah, it's a genetic thing. He's okay. He's recovering.
Oof.
But thoughts go out to James Pumphrey. I know we talk a lot of shit about Donut Media here, but they are really awesome.
Well, yeah, not like wishing people ill.
No, it's not Doug DeMiro.
Oh my god.
Like I was doing when we were having our beef, but I'm over Doug DeMiro. But no, like yeah, Donut Media, like it is. Like I'm not mad about. I'm not mad at them or anything. I actually really like them. I think they do really great work. James Pumphrey, I think, is our comic genius because he used to write for Adult Swim, so he did like Squidbillies, Metalocalypse,
Have
and
you heard
stuff like
about
that.
Galaxy Con that's going on downtown right now?
No, what is that?
Oh, you haven't heard of that? Honey?
All of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force cast is there.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Christopher Eccleston from Doctor Who.
And Bender. So
Yeah.
Joe DiMaggio's
Yep.
there. A lot of the Star Trek TNG people are there.
Oh, cool.
Some of the Star Trek TOS people are there.
So
oh,
I remember
we should call Ralph.
when we first started dating. I wanted to go to GalaxyCon
Oh my
with
God, we're
Tom
dating?
Baker. Jana.
Oh.
When we first started dating, that's
Oh, I
when I
see.
started doing
I'm distracted
GalaxyCon.
by train.
So when we first started dating, that's when I started doing GalaxyCon. That's when I had Tom Baker, and you wouldn't go to me because that's the height of my like awful Whovian phase.
Yeah, and I wanted to
She almost broke up
lay
with me.
on the train tracks.
She almost broke up with me over
I
being a
did.
Whovian.
Oh my god.
It was that bad.
I introduced it to him because I was like, "Oh, this is a fun show," and then
And she
he
didn't-
watched it nonstop, and then blew season 3 of American Horror Story for me because he was DVRing them and he played them in the wrong order. So I saw the season finale before the previous 2 episodes.
So
So I knew the ending before.
anyway, she
You know
almost
you're
broke up
watching a
with me.
real show when you watch them out of sequence and it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it mattered.
That's in
like
AHS is still good, but now it sucks.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we
So
sh-
I want to talk about BMW.
okay.
sorry, I'm so distracted by trains. Right
And
now.
I want to talk about the 2 Series.
You
One
guys
of the
can talk about
few
that on the different
remaining
trains.
good things that BMW has left.
No,
So we've
it's
got
not-
the M3, the M4, and the M2, right? Only 6-speed manual car is still available.
Didn't they just ruin it though?
They did.
Okay. So
But I want to talk
how's
to you
it so
about
good?
how they've maybe redeemed themselves a little bit with the new one.
How's that?
Because the garbage, crappy mini-based one that's front-wheel drive isn't going to be the new M2. The new M2 is still going to be a rear-wheel drive
This is
manual
gonna be a
optional
completely different
thing.
chassis.
I believe it's going to be a completely different chassis, which I'll be curious to see how they do that.
Why are they calling it the M2 then?
I don't know. I'm not in BMW, and because they're making such terrible decisions.
They're just making up names for things now.
Pretty much. But I mean, like, okay, so the M2 that we know and love right now,
Yes, that one.
that car on screen right there, which I'm going to turn on screen cap for you, they in Europe have made a vehicle called the 2 Series Active Touring for the last 3 years, and that is a mini-based front-wheel drive monospace, so like a little minivan, basically.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. Minivan. Cool.
It's
Alright.
a dumb vehicle, but at least it has practicality. So I think what they're going to do is essentially give us the crappy active touring-based sedan thing for the lease specials and the loaner cars, and then they're probably going to maintain a cut-down version of like the 3 Series G20 chassis rear-wheel drive for the M2. But they've confirmed that it's staying rear-wheel drive. They haven't confirmed that it'll be manual available yet, but the take rate on these is so high, they would be so dumb not to.
I can't support anything they're doing because yet there's like in my mind, like BMW at their height was when we graduated, like
2002.
High school. Well, no, I mean like they're like. No, it was actually their height, but like when we all thought they were at their height was like in 2008 when they had the 1 Series and the 1M and stuff like that.
And the V8 M3s and things like that.
Yeah, and like that was very, very cool. But it's just like they were like, we're really cool now. It's like, let's not be. Like we're doing too good. We need to tone it down. And now they've just like turned it off.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think in just a few years' time, BMW will be completely irrelevant, and I just won't care anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I really do have to like plug the few feeble like. When you kill somebody and they like have the involuntary convulsions, like these last few vehicles are the involuntary convulsions of BMW dying.
So I went through what you're going through.
Okay.
Already, because that was a Honda.
Honda?
Yeah, Honda.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this like a couple of years ago.
It's easy. It's just like
Okay.
Just like Don't
I'm not
give him any
buy
credit.
any of these.
I know, but just don't give him credit. Because
But Ryan, I need topics.
I know, but this is the thing: is that if you give them credit, they're gonna latch onto that and continue doing bad things.
No, but I'm only saying the good things, like rear-wheel
Well,
drive.
no, I understand that,
platform
and
is good.
I understand that, and it's like if like giving Honda credit for like the 10th generation or the 9th generation Civic Si, a lot of people are doing that, and it's like Honda continued to make trash.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't. I quit giving. I gave up on Honda in about 2012.
You didn't though, because
I did.
No, like the first year of Carbitrage, and it was Motor Cult, like we still talked about Honda all the time and how they had betrayed you and you were burnt out on it.
Yes.
But we still talked about them.
Yes, that's fair. But as far as giving them credit, though,
I'm not giving them credit. This is
Yeah.
going to suck because it's going to be a
There
four-cylinder
we go.
engine,
Perfect.
and that's going to blow up.
because I don't want you. I don't want to see you go through the pain I had to go through. I'm just trying to be a good
That's
friend.
very magnanimous of you,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm trying to give you some advice, and really, this kind of goes for like a lot of BMW people because
Oh
you
my
have
God.
not had to deal with your car company sucking.
No, I have, because they've sucked for a long
Well, I mean, for
time.
a lot of people are currently BMW fans. The people that are giving them credit when it's not due.
Well, the people that are still buying brand new M2s in the dealership, M2 competition, that's a fabulous car. It's probably the best car on sale today.
Yeah, but they're probably still saying that BMW is the best car company in the world.
Well,
And it's
yeah,
just-
because
and
they're wearing
not.
jogging suits.
Yeah. So I'm just telling. This is my advice to those people: is to give up. Just give up. It's okay to like that one car. It is.
Or-
but as far as having any hope for the company,
What
just
they
give up
should
on it.
do is just go buy a Genesis G70 6-speed.
Yes. Now, what you need to do is you gotta do a little bit of soul searching because this is what I had to go through. Is you have to go through a little bit of soul searching. It's gonna get weird.
Then you buy Mirage.
You might. It's gonna get really weird. You're gonna end up with some really weird stuff in your life. Because what I did when I went through this whole phase, I ended up with like a Subaru GL10, and then like some other weird shit. Like it gets weird. Like that was the peak of me going, well, Honda sucks. What do I need to latch onto?
That's the one.
And then as you're going through and you're trying to figure out what you really want to replace it with, you'll find the right car. And for me, that right car was the MX-83 Toyota Cressida. I really like that. I think that's a great replacement for Honda. And I think that it's all going to be okay. You're all going to turn out all right. It's just a car. And you still have all those happy memories. But the car company is dead. So...
But okay, but to combat that,
you-
I have
you-
a second part for this,
Okay.
which is still giving BMW credit because the upcoming G Series BMW M3 and M4 will be available with the 6-speed manual, but the M5 is confirmed not. So
that
the
gonna be
M5 is
all-wheel
dead.
drive,
Who
though?
cares? MX drive. So yes, it's the one where you can completely cut the front axle, but it's still got all the shit in front, weighting your car down. Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: the manual ones are not. Manual ones are rear-wheel drive only. All the automatic ones are MX drive. So if you buy a 6-speed, you're still getting a rear-wheel drive BMW with a manual. The automatic ones are all all-wheel drive. Yeah, it's garbage. Anyway, there you go.
I just don't want you guys to be brokenhearted. You know,
I
it
forgot the
sucks.
screen cap, so there you go. Ta-da.
It
The
sucks.
M5
I
is
just want to
fully dead.
I just want this to go as smoothly as possible for you. You know, it's just
Like I'm in a therapist's office.
yeah.
He did take the psychology of death and dying, so he's trying to give you grief therapy right
It's
now.
grief therapy.
Oh,
is
I'm
what
completely
you're actually
jaded
dealing
on
with.
grief. It's fine.
Now, while we're talking about dead things,
It's
I would
not
like to-
linear. It's a process.
I don't think we ever talked about this on the podcast, but did you know the Prince of Darkness once made an electric car?
Who's the Prince of Darkness?
Lucas Electrical.
I don't know who that is. Oh, like Lucas, British.
Lucas Electric.
Yikes.
They made an electric car.
Oh.
The Prince. That's what I said. The Prince of Darkness, Lucas Electric. Yeah,
Look
they
how
made.
poorly cropped this photo is. The front tires look like they're like 245s, and the rears look like 165s.
Well, it's also it's jalopnik, so you try to make it look goofy.
Yeah, whatever. Fine.
But anyway, so yeah, they made an electric car. It went about as well as you thought it would. Their logic was they were trying to find a replacement for the London taxi, in the 1970s.
What a poor idea.
And Lucas, with misguided, a false sense of security, more power to him because like they thought that they were like a real company, but like at the same time, they
outfitted Jaguars with poor relays.
yeah, like they still thought that they were a good company. Like I don't know what planet they were on. But anyway, yeah. So they during the 1973 OPEC oil embargo, like that really kind of scared everybody away from gasoline for a while.
Well, at least anything that burned a substantial amount of it, yes.
Yes. So Lucas Electric, they attempted to make an EV. Since they were the largest electrical manufacturer in Europe at that point in time, or in England at that point in time.
Yikes in that sentence.
I know, but it was bad. It was front motor, front wheel drive.
Is it raining?
Yes, it is.
What the hell?
It had.
I just want to say I'm really upset because they're doing. This train is doing a tour of the British Isles 3 days before my trip departs. It
I'm
ends.
sorry, sweetie.
Makes me sad.
Well, be more sad at the old Lucas garbage electric car.
Yeah, it looks cute, but I'm kind of it
It has like
scares
Fiat
me.
126 headlights, which makes it cute, but the
Yeah.
rest of it's.
It scares
so this is what's actually interesting is since
Sorry,
it used a lead acid battery.
Of course it did.
Oh.
It's in the 70s.
Yeah, it's the 70s. But what was really cool is they actually put them underneath the main body, so you could easily remove them and replace them. So you
It's
would
like a modern EV.
you would switch out the battery as opposed to recharging it in the car.
Oh.
So you would go back and they'd switch out, put a new battery in it, throw the car back on the road, and the old battery would get charged up back at the shop. Which is actually a really interesting thing. That is actually probably the best part about this. But it could go 55 miles an hour, had 50 horsepower.
I'm amazed that dude just down the way here that has all the old electric microcars doesn't have one of these.
I know, right?
I bet none of these exist anymore.
Well, most of them lit on fire. Or they leaked battery acid into the interior. They didn't do well. In fact,
How do they leak something upward?
it
The
would
batteries were under the floor.
it would leak, but it would soak into the carpet, the battery acid. So, anyway, here's a bunch of Lucas jokes that Jason Torshinsky came up with because of just the fact that Lucas made a taxi. Every time a cabbie plugs in their Lucas taxi, Big Ben starts flashing 12 until somebody climbs up and resets the time. Lucas's biggest achievement was figuring out how to make an EV leak oil. Actual thing that they did. It leaked oil. It gets 100 miles of range, but you have to stop 25 miles to refuel the magic smoke. Gear shift settings are park, stall, neutral, drive just too far to walk home, and then break down, and then reverse. Even though it's electric, it still has an exhaust pipe.
so sad.
That's actually a real thing. It is still...
It's probably like battery vents. Or
Yes, it
something
is.
Like
It's got an exhaust pipe, even though it's electric. And then, somehow they figured out how to leak electricity into puddles. Regenerative energy recovery system is designed to work when you're pushing it.
Oh, God. Why is this thing so hard to push? Oh, it's charging the batteries.
It doesn't need brakes because when you just hit the brake pedal, the brake light sucks so much energy, the motor slows down. Same goes for all the lights.
That sounds like the Hammerhead Eagle eye thrust.
What's also funny about these is every one of these jokes are based in some level of fact about just how bad it is. So
I'm mesmerized by the 1970s British film about this car that's
Yeah.
currently playing. So it's so quintessentially 70s. The colors washed out. Everyone's in wood grain Coke bottle glasses long hair. All the cars are just angular and disgusting with like the first gen plastics everywhere.
The
Just
teeth are terrible.
Vigorously bad.
It honestly, it looks like Monty Python.
It
It
does.
really does.
And if you're wondering, if you can find one existing in the world still in England, you can import it to the United States. It says it is over 25 years old.
I bet the guy, if one of them's able to be found and imported, the guy down the way here will have one.
I'm so excited. Also, you know what that was? That video was from that Thames Motor Inn or whatever, where that hilarious 1970s Top Gear.
Yeah. Which is actually, it has a lot of good points if you watch it, but it's so just dry and disgusting.
But no,
Everything
there's
was so prim and proper.
that one we watched was hilarious on the American cars. That was
yeah.
absolutely hilarious.
But it was said so matter of fact and without emotion. It's
Yeah.
like, watch here as the Lincoln Continental parks next to a typical British motoring car. And it's like, teeny little British car, and then it's just this whale that pulls up next to it. But it like starts out of frame in the back where it's the same size and then moves up as it forces your perspective.
That's how British humor works. So anyway, yes. So I think it's time for a Patreon topic. I gave you a really good segue, but
Yeah, I'm distracted because I'm dumb as fuck. That's my one F-bomb.
All right, there we go.
Okay, 25-year rule, Patreon topic. We've talked about the 25-year rule a lot. We've even talked, not specifically, but here and there about vehicles that we want to import in the future under this legislation. But specifically, the Patreon topic is what upcoming 25-year import are you interested in? And then it gives us a few years. So 95, 96, 97, 98 and up, and then etc. So I'm going to treat etc. as 99. I'm not sure what Ryan's is, but do you want to lead us off with your 1995 choice?
Yes. So my 1995 choice for a car I would want to import would be the Mitsubishi FTO. Actually,
That's a very cool looking car that I was really let down on because it's front wheel drive, but it's extremely modern looking for 1995.
Yes, and not only that, but the fact that it's modern, the fact that it's front wheel drive, I look at it more as a very, very cool competitor to a Integra.
And the fact that you could probably put all-wheel drive 4G stuff in here.
Probably, it wouldn't take too much effort. It looks like, but you can tell this is one without a body kit. Now, if you can put a picture of one with a body kit next to it, burger. If you just put your phone down for one second.
Fine. Just talk about things that are actually on the screen.
But anyway, what I was going to try and say, though, is that the car actually looks like it's got a body kit on it, even though it doesn't. They're really cool. It's a 2-liter V6.
This one looks like a Maserati. Oh, the base
Grand
ones are
Sport,
4Gs.
It does look like a Maserati Grand Sport, which I think would be even better because a lot of people go, "Oh, it's a cool Maserati Grand Sport." I'm like, no, it's actually better. It's
actually a
Mitsubishi
front-wheel drive
FTO,
Mitsubishi with a 4-cylinder.
which is better than a Grand Sport.
It is.
Yes,
Oh.
weirdly enough, it is.
Oh.
But no, it's a 2-liter V6. I mean, that's really cool.
They were sold with 4Gs.
Yes, they were. But I would get the 2-liter V6 just because you could get
Just because you want the whole MX-3 thing?
Yes, I like tiny V6s.
Fine.
But particularly the one I'd want is the Nakaya Tune FTO. Nakaya.
You need to pick a better thing that has real, spelling in it. That would be great.
But it is real spelling. It's entirely phonetic.
No, it's not.
Anyway, that middle top one was the rear end of a Nakaya Tune.
Point to it.
That one, where it says Nakaya Tune.
Fine. Yeah, but it's an image search, so it could be completely unrelated.
Oh, I didn't know that. But anyway, so yeah, basically the Nakaya Tune was tuned exhaust and tuned suspension and everything, so it actually go a little bit faster. It's named after Mitsubishi's JGTC driver, something Nakaya. I don't know. I looked it up in 2 seconds. But that was in late '96, so I would have to wait on. However, the car itself is pretty cool.
If the car was manufactured in 1996. Be fine.
That's true. But anyway.
There is a picture of an FTO under the hood with that little 2-liter V6.
Yes, it is. All right.
You could probably put a VR4 or V6 in that thing.
Yeah, like a VR4 swap, yeah.
Yeah, probably fit.
That'd be very cool.
What about your 96 pick?
Well, here, what was your 95 pick?
My 95 pick was a TVR Cerbera.
Ooh, that's a very cool car.
I think these were actually offered a little bit before, but they had a facelift in '95 that made the headlights a little more modern looking.
Those look so cool.
So that's what I would get. It's I believe it's got a Rover, like a board-stroked Rover 5-liter, 4.5-liter, 4.5-liter V8 engine in it.
I just want you to know that this was almost my pick. And then I go,
Well,
you
it
know what,
should be.
Burger's probably going to want that. So I'll let you have that.
I would love to have a TVR. I'm sure they're terrible, but like that's pretty cool.
Speaking of Lucas Electric, yeah.
Yeah, and this was before they made their own engines, which were, reliable.
Yeah, so that's actually a very, very cool car.
I really like that. So I would.
Isn't that what they used? Wasn't that chassis what they turned into the Eagle iHammer thrust, Jeff?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they used like a 93, the older headlight one. But
yes.
Yeah, they used the TVR Cerbera.
Janet, can you think of a car from 95 that you would want? Or, the Renault Twingo.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so cute.
the Renault Twingo, in like every color, with the confetti seats. Like I prefer the.
I'd type in 95 Twingo.
I really do prefer the mid '90s Renault Twingos. Like, look at them.
Oh, they're
Like,
better.
they're
yes.
so cute.
So damn happy.
Like,
You could actually get them.
That car is stoned out of its mind.
There was a limited edition that was available in the mid 90s. I'm not sure it was 95 or 96, but you could get it with. They actually dyed the plastic on the bumpers to be different colors. So they had like primary color bumpers.
I like the different colors, but there's like when you're looking, the mid '90s Renault Twingos are just.
And the seats have been like
Adorable.
pre-spilled on, and the patterns.
They have fun patterns in the seat. The colors are so cute.
Yellow headlights still.
Yeah.
This actually talks about the 25-year rule here in
Yeah.
this article randomly.
And
French
just look at the
headlights.
font of the Twingo
It's really
logo.
cute. That car's
You
really
know,
cute.
And I don't like. I was trying to like come up with a car that I'd import that's 25 years old, and like, nothing comes to mind except for the Renault Twingo.
And that's totally fine. We sprung this on you like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Well,
you're
not
like,
only that, it's
"Ugh."
also the Twingo. Like, how do you compete with?
I
that?
know. Like, if I got anything else, if I ever import anything else other than a Twingo, I think people would riot.
Yeah, the Twingo's really, really quite good. You could always import a Mitsuoka Arishi, which go for insane amounts of money. Now, for my 1996 car, I have two different cars that I picked. One is the Nissan Stagea.
That's like the Lancer wagon?
No, it's a Nissan Skyline wagon.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 90, you can get that RB25 DET. Very cool. You can do Skyline front end swaps. I kind of like the Stagea front end because,
It's super JDM.
yeah, and not only that, I feel like I'd be lying to people if I said that it was a Skyline. I mean, they look really good with the R34 front ends on them, but it's whatever.
But
to me.
it doesn't mesh with the rest of the style as well as that factory.
No, the factory one, I really like what's obviously different about
It
it.
looks like a giant Lancer.
Now, my other one that I put in is a Peugeot 106 GTI. Because in 1995, the Peugeot 106 was still a twin side draft carburetor, 88 horsepower engine.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
very,
such a
very
modern
cool.
looking car. This
I know.
must have been the first year of the 106 instead of the 205.
Nope. The 106 was around throughout the 90s, like 92 to like 95. They were all
They
carbureted.
had. Oh, what was the hot one of those? They called
The
it
GTI. Well, they did the Rally before their GTI.
They had like a much more French acronym for another VTS.
VTS? What's that?
Maybe that was a Citroen. I think maybe it was a Citroen.
Okay, yeah.
It was a Saxo VTS or something. But
Oh, yeah, it was a Citroen.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like the Saxo looks just like this.
Yeah, and they actually competed with each other in Rally. And so with the carbureted one, the reason they carbureted it was for Rally, for entry-level Rally cars. You would be able to have you'd be able to swap carbs on it if it came with a carburetor.
Okay.
And made it a lot more attainable for entry-level Rally teams.
Ridiculous. That's a
It's
handsome car.
It's a really, really cool car. I like it a lot.
I think I'd rather have a 205 GTI than this though.
Well, that's the thing, is the 205, they're a lot more expensive.
Not a 1.6.
For a GTI.
Yeah,
For a
1.6
GTI.
GTI, not
But-
a 1.9 GTI.
For one of these, I can get one of these imported in like the best condition for like $7,000.
You can get a 1.6 205 GTI for that too, in left-hand drive.
But I mean, like a really, really good one. Well, like a total like concourse quality one
All right,
for
fine.
$7,000 all in.
This
Like
one's-
I would
this one's
totally.
$8,000.
But again, that's also you would take the worst of a really good car. I'd take the best of a really bad car.
No, that you get a really solid 1.6 GTI.
But I
for
mean,
that.
like I would get like
Look at
concourse
the color
quality.
of this red paint.
Lucifer red.
Yep.
Jana, what do you think about the Peugeot 106?
I think it's really cute.
Can you click on that white one so she can get
It's
a look at
Caucasian.
its face?
That's
Oh, those are
rendered for
funky
sure.
Headlight.
That's rendered.
Yeah, that's a rendered
Yeah, I
one.
see one that's
How about
not
this blue
rendered.
one right there?
I like it. Those.
That's got to be the first year of the very prominent Peugeot
Yeah.
badge
Well, that's-
like
I
that.
really like how that looks. It's like sporty, but
cute?
also cute.
Yeah, and that's how I really want one. So I put that as like a maybe because I'm sure 96 is a tough year for you. So if you wanted to take that one for your import, you can absolutely have that, and I'll take a stage you.
I'm just gonna Twingo for life, man.
Twingo for life. All right, well, I'll take the 106. We're going to have a bunch of French cars.
And Eric is going to pick a really boring looking 5 Series, but I'm going to pick the first year. It says 95, but that's bullcrap. E39 520D. So a diesel
Yes.
5 Series with a manual, because E39s are really solid cars, and this does like 50 mpg, and it's a manual.
I do want to tell you, when I found out the Peugeot 106 GTI was available in 96, I started looking into like how
Oh,
much
no.
you can get them for in Japan. That's where I got all that pricing for it. Because I
I
do
could talk
actually
to
want
Neil,
one.
but yeah, he'd probably get you a right-hand drive one.
Yeah, I don't care. I left-hand drive or right-hand drive. Really don't care. I just want one.
That's the thing. I'm in the same boat. If I'm going to import an occasionally used vehicle, don't care.
Yeah.
A lot of people really want left-hand drive. I'm like,
No. I mean, like, if I could choose between right-hand drive and left-hand drive, I'll take right-hand drive. But I mean, left-hand drive, I'm okay with. Like,
it's fair.
I don't care.
All right, fine. What about 97?
Oh no, there's one car on Earth I will take in '97. It's the EK9 Civic Type R. This is the very first Civic Type R. Like, this is like if
Why did Firefox just do that?
that's annoying.
This is like the worst keyboard mouse combination in the entire world, but it's all I have.
Yeah, like this is the one car. There's no other car on Earth that matters to me at all in any sense in 1997 other than an EK9 Type R.
That's pretty neat. I do like that.
A B16, a 8,600 RPM redline, 100 horsepower per liter, 160 horsepower from the factory. That's 100% factory. Those white wheels and the low stance and everything. Red interior.
That's very cool.
So cool. And you can get it in Phoenix yellow, which is
So it's gonna
Wait,
set
does
on
it have
fire.
the curse?
Yes.
the
Probably.
no, not Y49. Phoenix yellow. That one right there. That spoon car. That 99.
You pointed to the car above it.
Well, I was assuming you know what yellow.
I
looks
did,
like.
but then you made me second guess myself.
All these photos.
That's
are
also a
Gran
render.
Turismo.
What the hell?
There we go.
Oh,
Why
that
are people
stands. Don't buy
rendering
that one.
things?
Don't buy that one. There.
There, that one's custom, and it's a really bad photo, but whatever. That's what they look like.
Wow. Okay.
You just can't beat it. Like, it comes in yellow from the factory. Like, that's so cool. With white wheels still. It's
Yeah,
still,
no,
the white wheels are on all of them.
I couldn't find a single photo in that brief image search for a yellow one that had the factory wheels, though.
Yeah.
I think most people changed that out.
But-
Jenna, do you have one before I give you my answer?
For 96
1997.
97. Oh god. See, this is like the time period in which like I noticed cars, but I didn't really
care
like
about them that much.
care. Like you know,
What about a Honda-
especially out of state.
What about a Honda Beagle?
No.
That's a horrible name for a vehicle.
That was the continuation of the Wagavan. Is it called a Honda Beagle?
No. I mean, I'm sure if I thought about it, I'd come up with something, but like just all these years like really Twingo.
What about the
That's
Mitsuoka Orishi?
I'm totally fine with this just being Twingo.
Yeah,
Twingo.
I think it's gonna be Twingo, because there's so many different variations of it in the 90s.
The Mitsuoka Slade.
Ryan,
No.
quit trying to get me to choose Japanese cars. It's Twingo.
That's Korean, isn't it?
No, it's
Mitsuoka?
Japanese.
Is
It's
it?
just very awful. Mitsuoka Vute.
Do you want to see how I make my choice boring again?
No, wait 1 second. It's another one. The 1997 Subaru Impreza Casablanca. You have to
Anyway,
keep-
so
there's-
I
No,
chose.
you've talked about it
I
before.
chose a Mercedes W163 ML270 CDI
I
because
like that
these
one.
were made in Alabama and we couldn't buy the damn things.
Yes.
Arguably a pretty terrible vehicle when it comes to build quality, but W163s are actually really, really solid. Like, mechanically, really good. And this had a really very cool 5-cylinder modern Mercedes double overhead cam diesel engine.
That's pretty cool.
And these did
actually.
35 mpg on the highway. They're really cool. This is not a 97 here. It's got the updated headlights, but you could buy an ML270 CDI, and
I need one of
Frankly-
those for archaeologically.
Oh, there's also the car from Jurassic Park 2, right?
yes, but that again, like there, you have the early bumpers which aren't color keyed and things like that.
Nobody
but yes,
cares.
it's that.
Nobody cares.
I just want the
It's
diesel engine.
ML.
I just want the diesel.
Yeah, I want
Nobody in
diesel.
history has cared about pre or post facelift on MLs. That's an ML. All I remember is in high school, your parents having
Yeah.
one. I opened the door, and then the
door
stayed
card
shut.
stayed in the opening, which is
Like,
why
so
I
This
put a
has
wood screw.
always happened to
Yes.
you.
Yes, this has
Yes.
happened to me at least once per decade.
I remember that for sure. All right, 98. And up, but you chose a 98
Yes, I did.
and 99.
I did choose the 99 because the 99 is a very special car to me. But what's the Seal's favorite car?
The Suzuki RRR.
Yes, the Suzuki Wagon RRR. The Seal's favorite car.
That joke is going to be your epitaph, by the way. Will or not. I don't care.
I'm not
I
mad
don't care
about
what
that.
your will says. They can sue me. It's going to be.
I'm not even mad about that. I actually want one of these because they're pretty cool. Like, I originally thought that they were a funny name, but, like, no, this car is actually pretty damn cool. Suzuki Wagon RRR. It's a K-van, manual transmission, turbocharged 3-cylinder. Makes 67 horsepower because that's what's limited
Correct
to.
number.
But it uses the same engine as a Suzuki Cappuccino. So
Which means it makes more power.
it will make more power. It's got if you put on an intake tube of any size, like you could literally go to Home Depot and ask for some copper pipe, and they'll just like show you the copper pipe. Just grab a random one; it'll make more power.
Do you have anything bigger than half inch?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have
exactly.
3/4. Perfect.
Like really, well, that's not an exaggeration. You can make a ton of power in these cars, and then my favorite fact is that on the ECU, there's a separate wire that goes to the speed limiter that limits it to 87 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
The wire has two little prongs that says "speed limiter, do not cut," and there's a hole that fits.
It's like pulled out of the loom wrap.
It literally is. It's a separate wire, totally separate from the rest of the loom. And you can fit a pair of dikes into it perfectly and just cut it. And then you can go 120 miles an hour in it. Like, that's the coolest thing in the world to me. I love that.
I have to say, your 99 choice is one of my favorite cars of all time.
That's what I said.
Oh yeah.
This
it's
one
all of
is
our favorite car.
my all-time favorite car made after 1990.
Which is a Series 1,
Series 1 Renault Clio V6.
which is the mid-engine rear-wheel drive Renault Clio.
V6 rear engine, rear wheel drive.
That's so cool.
It is so cool. I cannot like
so cute.
when we
but
first
also
started
edgy.
hanging out
The
in high
only
school. This
impractical
is my
hatch.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my favorite car. It still is my
And-
favorite car, and I love this car.
Both series of these cars are through the roof pricing
Oh
wise
my
yeah.
god,
secondhand.
they are bonkers expensive.
Like not even close to worth it, but I'm glad they exist. Just take
Yes.
a Renault 5 Turbo. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like you good luck.
Also,
I
still
know.
Renault. But no,
much.
it's such a cool car. And honestly, this is the car when I was in high school that made me love French cars. Because I was playing Gran Turismo, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I'm like, V6 rear-wheel drive hatchback, this is great. And then I dug into French cars more, and I began to really fall in love with them. And up until recently, they weren't attainable.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get them. So that's when I started like paying more attention to Japanese cars, because that was something like I could actually get. But now it's like, you know, I'm late 20s. I am about to buy a house so I can get a garage. Now French cars are becoming a thing for me. Like, for real. Like, there's a very real possibility that I can, at any point, import a Renault Twingo. Like, and it'll just be mine. And so, yeah, that was the car that really started for me. It's really, really hugely important to my life.
I don't know what I just did there, but it was a bad thing.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Now, what did you choose?
I chose another diesel German car.
Yes.
A 1999 BMW E46 320D. Nothing awe-inspiring about this car other than the fact that it gets incredibly good fuel economy. It's very reliable. It's very good to drive, and you can get it with a manual.
Jana, good news.
What?
The Renault Twingo for 1998 had a power increase.
Oh yeah. So I'm going with
So
Renault
that's actually
Twingo
the facelift
again.
of the Twingo is the 98 Twingo. So you can get color keyed bumpers. Is 98, 97, 98, 99 were kind of the peak of the first gen Twingo because
I think the early, like 94, 95.
well, you could get the color
Let's
keyed
get-
bumpers.
there we
You had
go.
you had the best. You had the largest color palette available in the late 90s.
Look at the font. It's just
I know,
so
right?
adorable.
But they gave you the updated interior. They gave you a way cooler special editions. They had so many. They don't even list all of them on Wikipedia. There's so many different special editions.
I
Well, like-
still prefer the mid '90s, but
But
late
I mean,
90s
like
too.
this teal one at the bottom right is just perfect.
The business, I believe, is the term.
Yeah, that's so.
It's even got the optional sunroof.
Yeah, it's great. Like
The updated headlights, I do like a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they're all clear.
But you
and
could you could add those to
you
a.
got the fog lights on it and everything.
You could add those to an early car.
The post facelift Twingo's where that's absolutely where it's at.
No, it's not.
Uh,
Mid '90s.
So we kind of blurred the line a little bit. Sorry, I misspoke with my 46. That was a 98 car, not a 99. So we're
Yes.
getting to 99 now. Although it
Now-
does say et cetera, so if
et
yours is
cetera.
newer than that, it's fine.
Mine's actually older.
Okay.
I just realized this, and we've not talked about this for the last 2 years. The 90s era Alfa Romeo GTVs have been eligible for import, and I kind of want one really bad.
Didn't we get those?
No,
Really?
no, look it up. Not the 80s GTV, the 90s GTV. And I thought that these, no, not 1002.
Oh, 1992. So
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah, the,
Oh, you're right. You're right.
yeah, so those ones look
Those are
really
weird.
not any
what
of
the
these.
hell
What
just
the
happened?
hell?
It showed us all the right thing. Then I clicked images.
Oh, yes,
There we go.
they're kind of in between.
This thing, whatever, close enough.
There's a green one right there. That green one, 99, right there.
So 2-liter twin spark. So it is 99. Fine. Yeah, there you go. 96 to 05.
I really like that.
I don't like the front end at all.
I don't like the fact that they're front wheel drive, but they're really cool. Because you get the 5-cylinder in them.
Yeah, here, look at that picture of the rear.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a big weird spoiler on it, but
90s cars are either
So
really cute
cool.
or really
Well,
ugly.
here's
I didn't
one
get the
without a
3.0
spoiler.
V6. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow, this keyboard needs to go eat itself.
That's a great
Go
looking
back
car.
to Micro Center keyboard.
I didn't think about it on Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is like I kind of want
Oh,
one quite
God,
badly.
the Brera.
Ooh, the Brera! I'm waiting for that. That was when
Don't
that
look,
first
don't look
came
at my
out.
pants.
Yeah, when that first came out, that is one of the best looking hatchbacks. of all
Still
time.
is one of the best cars, best looking cars of all time.
Yes, but yeah,
Wow.
the
Oh, sorry.
GTV coupe.
Screen cap would
Yeah,
help.
sorry, the GTV coupe. Show them the front end. Show them the front end as well, so they can see. God, that's a good looking car.
Very, very good looking car.
It looks like jump
Imagine
off
driving
a
around that in
Lilo
'96. Just
So, with a lot of Acura Integras, people would do Cali Type R swaps, which are like where they put Acura CL front ends, and they would do that grille on them.
I
just
don't
a
understand.
pretty car.
It's a very good looking car.
Desperately pretty, as they would say on Top Gear.
I do not agree.
Do you have a
but
99, Jenna, or a Twingo?
a ni-
Do you have a 99 Twinkle that you want?
Merci, Twingo.
99?
I guess Ryan must have one. Another one, rather.
Man, again, I'd have to like think on this. It's not the Twingo anymore because the Twingos got really ugly after the. Like, I mean, I still would, but you know, the mid '90s.
No,
like,
I agree.
the
Get like a
peak Twingo.
94 Twingo if you're going to
Yeah.
get a Twingo. But
Exactly.
Can you look
And
up?
no. I'm not done right.
I can turn off Ryan's microphone. It's
Yeah.
fine. While you talk.
I'd probably. I mean, like. Maybe.
I see Ryan's mouth moving, but we can't hear him.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I would have to think about it, but I feel like there's, like a Suzuki out there or something.
I feel like there's some special edition, like X90 or something we didn't
Yeah.
get.
I'm sure there's a special edition something, but I can't think of it, and I really like seeing Ryan
Well, while you
paint
think, I'll
like
show you
this.
my 1999 choice. I chose a 1999 TVR
That's a
Tuscan.
properly good-looking car.
I believe you could get the Speed 6 engine in 1999.
I love
but
those taillights. Those are so cool.
The taillights are amazing. The headlights are amazing.
And that's factory paint.
They're all in bass boat paint, no
my
matter
God.
what
I love
color
that.
you get.
Literally every
They're
color.
just bonkers.
They're
just
all duochrome.
super bonkers.
It is the most 90s car. This car to the 1990s is the Countach to the 80s.
Yeah.
Like,
Just-
it is so over the top. It's everything that
TVR is so rad.
This is everything. Like, if you want to describe what people like about 90s cars, you just need to show them a Tuscan S.
You need to show like a Motor Trend photo shoot of a TVR Tuscan.
And I get that. Like, that is so cool. Like, that's for me, like, something that's super into 80s cars.
And it's 100 horse a liter, and it's
Yeah.
a 4-liter.
But for somebody that's, like, into 80s cars to say that the polar opposite of everything that I stand for is actually really cool. Like, that it just goes to show how cool it is.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say was the Fiat Multipla.
Oh, that is a really good choice. Oh, man.
Oh,
I sure do love the Fiat Multipla.
You gotta show them the interior first before you show them the outside.
All right. Let me find an image search here.
Just type in dashboard. Oh, there it is. There it is. Right there. Look at that dashboard.
Beautiful.
Oh, God.
Be just gorgeous.
Oh,
There's so many things
It's all
going on.
quick to hand.
it's all quick to hand, and nobody. This was designed to be driven at night. Like that's what this was. This probably looks really good at.
Just
like,
makes me think of I don't know if it was Top Gear or Grand Tour. I think it was Top Gear still. But they put a speedometer overlay on there, and it just like went like 120 miles an hour was 35 or something like that. And they put 3 buttons on it. But yeah, the interior
My
is
favorite one is the
disgusting.
pre-facelift. Can you look at that pre-facelift one right here? Because you had like even the steering wheel was
Oh my
like
God.
like nothing made sense.
Dude,
This is
1999
so 90s, it
Fiat was
hurts.
just it was like Apple
Something else.
Computer in 1993. It
Yeah.
had no idea what it was doing. It was just putting something out there, and that's just exactly what this is.
But yeah, this would probably look really awesome at, like in
Here's a
Stockholm.
closer up look
Yeah.
here.
This would look really good in Stockholm, Sweden at like 4:00 on a Tuesday.
The radio has been nicked from this one.
Yeah, this would look really good in Stockholm, Sweden at 4:00 on a Tuesday in like December, where it's just complete, absolute, abject darkness.
Anyway,
There's no sunlight.
I
It's
love
shown
the
outside.
Multipla.
It's shown the outside, so the outside looks the exact same.
I want to find one that's hearing aid beige, ideally. Oh, it's just in its natural habitat.
At night,
Oh, it's so
parked
good.
on the side of the road.
Just catfish.
Oh, God, that's a vehicle.
I love it so much.
I feel like I am missing some things, so we might bring this back in
I
subsequent
thought of
episodes.
another one.
Oh, what's another good one?
A Doshavo.
The Chevaux would be really good.
Yeah, you could actually. When was the last year of the dish? Oh, it's 1990, so they're all legal for import.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think it would be hilarious. Like, when was this made? Oh, 90s.
Mhm.
It's a 90s car.
I'm getting 1990.
It's made the same year I was.
Yeah, this is as
I
old
mean-
as I am.
If I got a 94 Renault Twingo, there we go.
Honestly, like a Chevaux and a Twingo in the same garage. And an Avantime.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
about to we're about to
We're
flex
about
on
to be
Intermark.
like the coolest people ever.
So like 5 years, we're just gonna flex on Intermark.
Oh, it's
We're
gonna
just to
be
go out to
so
that
good.
show with our weird French cars and just
Dude, I'm going to take that Avantime everywhere. Like, I'm not going to drive anything else.
perfect.
It's going to be so great. It's going to be just rusty and horrible.
This would be the worst.
You need
vehicle.
two.
I guess I could get like a, what do they call the diesel one? Like the DCI or whatever for a daily, and then they get the Privilege V6 for my collection. Oh,
V6.
it'd probably be cheaper to import two at once anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you get two. Yeah,
All right, Ryan, tell us about the last thing.
I was gonna say this actually. Yes, actually before that, they actually made the last generation Gaz Volga, which we took a cross between a like 70s land yacht and a Hyundai XG 350.
Yeah, I know exactly what car you're talking
What
about.
about a
I'm not pulling
finisher
it
car
up.
for the 90s?
No, because we got all of them.
You could import a diesel finisher car.
There you go.
but-
Diesel
we are
finisher.
announcing the Modie Awards for all this time.
Modie!
Yep. So we will actually have a SurveyMonkey
Modies.
survey that you can take. Choose your favorite cars.
I'm looking forward to doing this myself.
Yes, so we will have that. We'll have that up in
Watch
coming
for it
weeks.
on
We all
the
know Twinkles
Carbitrage
are gonna
Facebook
win.
page and probably website as well.
Yes, we will have that on the website and the Facebook page. It will be a big event, and it's going to be wonderful. The Modie Awards will be the greatest awards for nothing.
It is a very prestigious nothing award.
Yes, it is the best award that you can get.
Exactly.
Should we make trophies?
We might.
I could give out my trophy from Auto Beer Fest as the Modie Award trophy. We'll just put a label over top of it. It'll be fine.
Retape it.
We should go to thrift stores and find really
Well,
obscure
you know what?
trophies.
Diamond
If
Nationals,
somebody wants to
1997
accept the
Carlin,
Modie
Kentucky.
Award trophy, we will get a trophy for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will. We will.
So hit us up if you would like to receive officially the Modie Award trophy at the end of 2019, and we will make it happen.
Every car manufacturer that wins
Should be
something
clamoring
Well,
over
not only
each
that,
other.
I will actually officially email them that they are eligible for a Modie Award. So,
I think they should really care about this. It's a big
yes.
deal.
So we will have biggest legal clusterfuck. We will have
I think we know who is going to win
best
that one.
marketing
Carl's
decision. Yeah, best marketing decision. Yeah, Carl's going 2 years in a row. Best marketing decision, worst marketing decision, car of the year, worst car of the year. We take no prisoners. Everything is available.
Oh my god.
So we are excited.
Oh my god.
So, what did we learn this week?
Oh, I had a really good one too.
Oh, I remembered something because I've been
Oh, I got
watching
this.
a lot of YouTube. Did you know 89% of all blind people can actually still see? It's very
Right, it's
rare
just
that
legally blind.
yeah,
My
it's very
sister-in-law is
rarely
legally
that
blind
you can't
without
see.
corrective lenses. No,
Oh,
Jess.
Jess. Okay.
Yeah, she's legally blind. I wore glasses once and I fell over.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's really bad. Yeah.
yeah. So they can still see,
Yeah, it's true.
but
The threshold is
it's
pretty low.
Very,
Yeah. Things that I learned.
or thing.
More Smoky Unique facts.
Oh, for sake.
No, this one's a good one.
Oh, I got this one's a little late in the game, but
That's
My
fine.
Chemical Romance came back. I'm really excited.
That
They're
group
announcing
disbanded?
yeah,
Oh.
they broke up in 2013, rip. But now they're back.
I see.
And they had one show in LA and they're like, that's gonna be it. Just one show in LA, and I was really sad. And then now they're releasing more and more dates. So it's looking very promising. My emo heart is throbbing. And I'm so excited.
Exciting.
The word throbbing, I've never heard in that context before, but that sounds good.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that I learned about Smoky Unique was
I'll wait.
when he actually dropped out of high school when he was 14 years or when he was 16 years old because his dad died.
Okay.
But he got an honorary doctorate.
Honorary doctorate.
Yeah,
Oh my.
for
Is it from Johns Hopkins or something?
no, it was actually from a technical school, college that General Motors was helping fund in Michigan. I can't remember the name
Probably
of it.
South Harmon Institute of Technology,
Something like that. But he
which
But-
is shit for everyone.
oh
listening.
no, this is actually a good one.
Oh, okay.
But no, because he actually did a lot of research on hyper
No,
efficient
it
fuel
was,
and
it was a joke.
oh, okay, hyper efficient internal combustion engines. He
That's
actually
cool.
made a 1 liter engine, and this is in the early '80s. He made a 1 liter engine that
What was its thermal efficiency?
it was a 1 liter 1 cylinder. I have no idea what the thermal efficiency was,
Whoa.
but it was less than a liter, and it used a carburetor, and it used hot vapor to.
It's
Yeah,
like the thermal reactor crap, yeah.
it was really, really cool the way he did it. But anyway, he got that in GM cut funding.
Oh, that's what they did back then.
Yep. So he retired after that, but
Very
he received an honorary doctorate. So
pretty
there you go, honorary doctorate, Smoky Unique with the 180 horsepower 1-cylinder engine.
Jane Goodall also has only an honorary doctorate. She never actually went to school for primatology.
That's really cool.
I learned.
She has several honorary.
That's
doctorates,
actually super interesting. I did not know that.
She talked about it when we went and saw her.
I can't
live.
remember things. I remember that, but I don't remember it.
So I learned that the movie Dave from the 1990s was way better than it has any right
yeah, that's
being.
actually a really good movie.
Really, really
What
good
are you
movie.
guys talking about?
The
Yeah, the
Lasers
movie you
night
missed.
movie.
Yeah, 'cause I have to go to therapy.
That's fine, but I'm just saying it was really good. If you need to borrow it and a player, I
Alright.
can make that happen.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
you
probably
would.
just sit in your living room and
That's
watch
fine.
it.
Yeah,
That's
you would
cool.
actually really like that movie, honey.
You
It's
just come over
really,
on
really
a
wholesome.
Wednesday and we can watch it.
Also, I have a
Dave,
qu-
who plays Dave?
I thought it was Brent Spiner, Commander Data, because he looks just like Data, but
Yeah.
it isn't. Ryan looked it up. There are 2 actors, I think.
I can't
but-
remember.
Yeah, and it looks like Data.
Okay.
Yeah, guy looks like Data from Star Trek.
Okay.
But no, it was super duper good. It was really wholesome, and it raised my question of the week for our listeners.
Excuse me, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
You boys are
It's
disgusting.
so burpy. We're both so
Is-
burpy.
Is there a term limit on first ladies?
Oh my god.
Oh my. All right.
That is
I'm
my
out.
question.
I'm
So,
out.
thank
Bye.
you for
We'll catch
listening
you
to
guys
Carbitrage.
next week.
Have a great day.
Thank you very
For
much.
context,
for
watch the movie
listening and
Dave.
watching.